Casinos. Big winners, broken dreams, and a layout that's so confusing that you can't find your way out. Seriously though, most casinos are just a giant circle in order to keep you in there longer. This weekend I went to my first ever boxing event where I got to see a really good couple matches. Where did this take place? A casino resort. Now, as a first-time gambler, I was going into this weekend thinking, YouTube ad revenue was a little bit more than what I expected last month, but I'm only gonna throw in what I'm okay with losing. Right? Yeah, sure, a couple dollars, what the hell. And let me just tell you now, the amount that I left the casino with, so I learned all about it just by throwing in my first $20. I knew it was just gonna disappear into thin air, but I wanted to learn how they work. Put in money, it gives you a balance on the machine, you gamble how much you want, and then you cash out and it gives you a paper voucher. But I wasn't playing at any of the table games. Poker, blackjack, I was just playing the slots where, by the way, it makes up more than 95% of the casino. It's all just the same thing, but reskinned with different textures. I mean, what else would slot machines really be? Which is why when I went with Natalia, she said to just feel out the machines that had good vibes, or feel the most satisfying to you. I'd pass by a machine and I'd be like, not that one, but that one? Yeah, not that one. But that one? Yeah. They really want you to stay here as long as possible and be as comfortable as possible. Because you put your phone there, wireless charging, boom. And then there's also the theory that if you let someone else run up the machine and then hop on after them, there's a chance that you're a little more lucky than they might have been. Which is actually how claw machines work. I mean, like, come on, really? Do you see this? I don't actually know what clip is there, but I'm sure, can that plane just be any louder? I'm so close to an airport. So these machines are pretty much only set to be at full strength a small percent of the time. And this is confirmed now that buying a claw machine is really easy. Some entire YouTube channels are based all around claw machines. So I pretty much blew through my first $20 just figuring out how everything worked. And when I was gonna load up on another $20, we passed this man who was walking slowly behind a woman who I assumed he was with, since they were in like a matching green suit and dress. And I couldn't tell if he was looking down at us with a defeated look, or because he was literally like 6'8". But he slowly and quietly gave us 2 casino vouchers. One for like $4.50, and another for 66 cents. I was kind of shocked, but with the amount of foot traffic in the casino every day, there's gotta be a lot of people that end up losing, so. I even glanced at an older gentleman who saw the whole interaction, and he gave me the look of just like, and that is just like permanently ingrained in my mind now. Anyways, I threw in the $5 worth of vouchers that this guy just gave us, in addition to $20 of my own. And after playing slots for about 15 minutes, I got my balance from $25 all the way up to $45. And that was when I got one of these mini like boost wins when this pot filled up. I could have left the casino right then and there. I got that sweet rush of how it feels to get a mini jackpot on a $1 spin machine, leave with another $5, but I came to lose money. I loaded another $20 in addition to all that. I almost wanted to lose my money so that I would train my brain to not be addicted if it worked out just on beginner's luck. But also, maybe that's just me coping in case I was in the negatives for the night. The fun part wasn't winning the money, it was the fact that no matter how much you won, you got to hear this sick jingle play. But long behold, it was about 2 a.m. and I cashed out with a $16 voucher of the $65 that I put in. I just wanted to sleep on the decision to add more money if I was going to at all. But I woke up the next day and hit slots on the way out of the hotel. I wasn't gonna add any more money. Whatever I had, I was gonna leave with. So I spun away all $16. It went up and down. At one point I was up by 10, down by 15, up by 10 again, and finally I left with a whopping 57 cents. If I went over to the machine to cash out, I would have only gotten coins and not a single dollar bill, so at this point this is worth more to me. But this isn't always the case. One time my friend's last dollar won him $90, and that was after entering the casino with only 40. Afterwards, he bought me a Starbucks cake pop, so you know what? Sometimes you do win. Look, I'm usually optimistic in most places, but in casinos it's hard not to be when, at the end of the day, the house always wins. It felt like Dave & Buster's, but kinda sad. If I loaded $70 onto a Dave & Buster's card, at least I'd be playing skee-ball, shooting hoops, playing Flappy Bird on a TV, and maybe leave with a mug and a Tootsie Roll if I was lucky. But instead, I found myself feeling like this gif of when people are just mindlessly button spamming. On a different note, I only gambled $60. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things, and power to these people for spending their free time and retirement money on that. Overall though, the weekend was great. I saw a couple really good boxing matches. I got to scream as one guy was leading for 11 rounds and then tripped up in the last 30 seconds of the 12th. And a new featherweight champion being crowned in the last 30 seconds of a half-hour card. Have you gambled at all? Dave & Buster's, casinos, sports betting, arcades? Let me know down below. Anyways, I film every day of my life, and that was from day 1523 of this daily project. Subscribe to keep up, gamble responsibly or don't, it's your life, and take it easy.